Black Oni.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is KKsaurus, aka the one KK, because I am just too lazy to change my name completely. Here today to talk about Overwatch with some awesome folks. I'll let them introduce themselves in a moment, but competitive play just went live on consoles, so I think it's a good chance to sit down and talk about what we like, what we'd like to see, and some of our concerns, and just some fun stuff. So, guys, I'll let you introduce yourselves.
Me
Anybody?
first, I guess.
Sure, go for it.
All right, what's up, guys? It's Rush. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, everything with Rush, with a 5 instead of an S.
So
It,
tricky.
it's hilarious because like on my screen it looks like you know how they have those like masked figures in interviews where they don't want people to see who they are. Anyway, I'm
There you
Will
go.
Black Only Wiggins. Most of you guys who are watching this may know me from some of the other appearances that I've had in Kevin stuff, but
Cool. All right. So let's get started. I want to keep this pretty brief, so we'll try and keep things on track. I think it's safe to say that the three of us love Overwatch. We play like at least a couple times a week together. What keeps you coming back? Like, what keeps you coming back to this game?
for me it's basically having more of an understanding of kind of the world and the mechanics and exploring the different kind of team configurations that you can play around with. See, like every character in the game plays completely different than the other, and so it's really fun to experiment with them and see how they synergize with other characters in the game. So that's why I really love it. I can keep coming back to it and keep discovering new things about it.
Nice. Nick?
Mine are boobs and loot boxes.
Nice. Also a good answer. Very good.
I like the loot boxes. I think that's a nice idea of doing, making things varied and fair, and not overkill with the purchasing, because people can buy those and they can't buy like specific things, which is cool.
Yet.
Yeah, well, let's just hope it stays the way it is for now. But anyways, I enjoy it for the variety and just everything that's kind of goes with it. I mean, the first-person shooter, the game modes, the collectible stuff, everything is pretty cool about it. And the
Awesome.
art style.
Yeah, the art is great.
The
Yeah.
art is awesome.
It's really great. So let's talk about competitive mode first. For those who don't know, it just went live. The way that it works is you'll play 10 ranking matches once you start to be assigned a skill level. First off, you have to be level 25. If you aren't level 25, you can't do it. So level up, get used to the game, get better, and then you can join. Season 1 is going to go until August 18th. So you'll play the 10 matches, you'll get ranked a level 100 to 1. The closer to 1 you are, the better you are. Then you'll play against other ranked teams. You'll see their average. You'll see every player on the team's rank. Every win will increase your rank. Every loss will decrease it. The ranking of the other teams determines the amount of the change. So if you win against somebody who's much better than you, you'll get a lot more points than if you win against somebody who's worse than you. If you lose against somebody that's much better than you, you'll lose less points than if you lose against someone that's much worse than you. The ranking of the other, for each win, you'll get those points. And every time you win, you'll also get a point that you can use to buy golden weapons. 300 wins lets you buy one weapon. You can also win those. And the top 500 players in each region at the end of the season will get an exclusive animated Season 1 spray. Actually, I think you just have to be in the top 500 at any point. I don't think that it's just at the end of the season.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
You'll also get more of those points at the end of the season that let you buy golden guns, which is kind of cool
Nice.
too. Every season will have different stuff. The only way to get it will be to play each season. Some game modes are being changed a little bit for ranked play. Will and I were just playing games with the best 2 out of 3. If they tie, have an overtime, and it becomes like best 3 out of 5. So they only need to get one of them. Objective games now have an overtime where one team is chosen at random to try and push the payload, and if they can't start it within the amount of time they had left when their game ended, they lose.
Womp
I think
womp.
I think that all of this sounds pretty cool. Like I think that they thought this out a lot, but I still have a few concerns. A lot of it is like base gameplay concerns that I think are going to get worse. Before I give mine, what concerns do you guys have, or what would you like to see added or changed to competitive mode or to the rules in general? Not character specific, just like general rules.
I think there should be an algorithm set in place for people who have a lot of people in their party versus very few people in their party. And the biggest reason I find that would be useful is because when we were just playing, for example, there were a lot of instances where we were doing a really good job of like sticking with the team and staying by the
Mhm.
objective and communicating with each other that we wanted to do this or do that, or we're ready for some healing, et cetera, et cetera. But the last match we played before we got off was like completely disjointed. At least it felt like it was for me, and like it looked like there wasn't anyone on the team who was in a party at all, whereas the rest of their team was very coordinated. They were all sticking together, and it
Well,
sounded like they
only
were
two of them were in a party. It shows you now. Only two of them were in a party together. The rest of their team was not with them.
for our team or their team.
Both teams.
Both teams. Okay.
It showed us when we logged in. They added that, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It's useful too. I'm hoping that they have an algorithm set in place that allows them to balance that aspect of it as well.
Cool. Pick a rush.
Yeah, I kind of want to go with. I can't remember who said it. I think it was you, Kev. But I like the idea of them limiting each character, so only being able to have one per side. I think that's sufficient.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that needs to happen because I'm kind of getting annoyed at these Bastion and Torbjorn, super parties that go on.
I mean, I get that
even
it's
with
fun.
ourselves.
I think that should be like a custom game mode, not like a ranked thing.
Yeah, being able to play as multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or at least more than two, if nothing else.
for sure. I mean,
Um,
it comes back to only get a single one though.
yeah.
That's how you
Um,
fix it.
That's my biggest concern. My concerns come from like character usage. Like one of the best things about the game that almost everybody says is that every character is completely different. So I feel like you should be encouraged to play with not just the same character every single match.
Right.
So I'm not sure how that can be done, but I'd like to see that. And I'd also like to see some more like forced team balance. Like it tells you, it's like, hey, you don't have a tank, and then it lets you just go. Like I feel like some sort of forced team balance should be necessary too.
I think a way that they can actually encourage people to do that is if they set up bonus XP for having a balanced team composition.
Yeah, yeah,
Like that would be a really good incentive for me to be like, guys, we don't need 3 Genjis.
nope. Cool.
Let's get that bonus XP.
All right. On that note, let's go into characters because I think that it goes pretty well. There's been some chatter from Blizzard about nerfing some characters and boosting some others. McCree and Torbjorn already got nerfed. They've talked about boosting Diva, but I don't think they've done it yet. Who do you think needs to be nerfed and how?
Bastion, 100%.
was gonna say I think I know your answer. How? What would you do?
One, make it so that his turret mode has a cooldown if he exits out of it. I think that would be a really smart thing, as well as his healing. There is no cooldown on either his healing or his turret mode. And his turret needs to do less damage. Like, it absolutely needs to do less damage. Because
Okay.
it's laser accurate, and it can rip you to shreds. Like, if there's a Reinhardt on the other team, and they're using their shield, that Bastion can take that shield down, like, within
That's
a
fair.
matter of 3 seconds.
Okay. Ikarush?
Uh, he pretty much summed it up. I mean, Bastion's the big, hot topic or whatever. And he needs to get fixed. I mean, no other character in the game is as bad as he is for just being cheap. Like, I I think that a lot of the things can get fixed by what we were talking about earlier, but for now, the way that it sits, it's kind of stupid having Bastion there, doing the overpowered moves that he does, healing and all that stuff that Will talked about. So
Cool.
that's it.
Yeah, that's really all I have too.
Yeah.
Everything else I think is small enough that Bastion overshadows it all.
Yep.
If they did just one of those things, I'd be happy.
Yeah, even if they just decreased his health, so like if you hit him a couple times, he dies. Like I'd be happy with that.
I mean, there's just not much you can do for him.
Yeah.
I think Will kind of just hit the nail on the head. That's pretty much the only thing you can do to fix him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who needs a boost and what kind?
Diva.
Diva, what would you
Long
do?
range. A little bit longer range than she has. Like,
Okay.
it's not... It would be overkill if she could fire for a long range, right? But, like, at least, like, a medium range or something like that. Maybe, I don't know,
Yeah,
20
make her a
feet.
little more dangerous when
Yeah.
she's like
Yeah.
around, you know.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean,
yeah.
Um,
the what's the thing called where she's just out of the mech or whatever, right? Um, when she's like that, she kind of feels a little bit more overpowered than when she's even in the mech. Like I
Agreed.
have more luck with her on the attacking side of things with that gun.
Hmm.
Obviously, from a defensive standpoint, the Diva mech itself is, that's
Yeah.
what you want. But
Or let her like shield and shoot so she can actually stand up to
that
fire,
would
or
be
just give her more
interesting.
health. I don't know. Yeah.
more
I
health
think it would
too.
be a
Yeah.
little bit overkill if they gave her a shield. So yeah, I think, but they don't need to give her that much more health. She's got a decent amount of health.
Yeah.
It goes
Well, I'm
down
just
so
saying.
quick though, and like if
Uh,
one of the things that they did say they were looking to do for her was allow her to use her thrusting ability a little bit more,
Hmm.
mm,
so the cooldown timer would be less.
mm.
Cool.
I
Uh,
think I think Zenyatta would be my option though, other than Diva to get
what,
a buff.
what would you do?
Mm.
I would
Attack?
probably either give him more health or have his the balls go faster, like the velocity increase. Because right now, like a lot of people complain about him being really underpowered, and like I play him and I really like him,
Hmm.
but there are times where I'm like, man, like I really wish like I could more easily hit targets.
Yeah.
Balls
Agreed.
go faster.
Yeah.
I actually think that if they just boosted the stats of the actual, like, the magic or whatever, the attributes of them, I think that that would probably help out a lot. I think the speed of the balls is, you know, it's, I understand, yeah, make it a little faster, but like, I think if you just boosted the stats just a little bit, that slower speed would make more sense. You know what I mean?
That
Like,
Yeah,
makes
if it
sense.
did
Yeah.
more damage.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if like his healing healed more and his
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
debuffs
that,
debuffed
just
more.
all of it boosted up. It's got to be all of it.
I think his debuff is pretty strong, but his
Yeah.
his healing is pretty weak.
See, I'd like to see Winston get a boost because Winston's really cool, but he's
That
not that
gun,
effective except in certain situations.
Yeah.
yeah, but that gun though, right? Like the gun shoots everywhere, and as long as the person's pretty much on the screen, you're fine. You know what
That's
I mean?
true.
So
That's
it's like you
true.
can't really do much for him. He's
See,
kind of just
I don't know. I feel like he just needs to be better at tanking and less good at damaging. Because
maybe
I
Yeah.
feel like just like Diva, he's a tank that can't really tank so
Yeah.
yeah.
much. I
Yeah,
don't
He
they
know.
probably
also
should.
jumps
They probably
around.
should either let his shield bubble last longer or take more damage, basically. Because
Yeah.
like when it goes down, like it doesn't take much to take it down.
Nope. It does not. All right. What type of character would you most like to see as the lineup is expanded? Like what subclass or what combination of classes is missing from Overwatch right now?
Sniper shotgun.
Sniper shotgun. Like, as in, it's a sniper
It's the
rifle and a
same
shotgun?
thing as Black Widow, but it's just a shotgun
Gotcha.
instead of an assault rifle.
So it's close and really far, but terrible at mid?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cool.
that'd be a good, kind of a cool, interesting dynamic.
Hmm.
Um, I think one of my cousin actually made a suggestion for a character that he'd like to see. We were just having a different conversation offline, and he mentioned there should be like a tech expert, one that can detect gadgets, traps, and turrets. Uh, I don't know what the timer would be like for that, and what other abilities that they would have. I had an idea for something else, but someone who specialized in seeing those and dismantling them, whether it was through like an EMP that would disable them temporarily, or like it would detect it for the rest of your team so that they would see where it is.
Basically a gadget Black Widow, like the special for Black Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
then
think
put it
something
on the
like that would
shotgun
be.
sniper. There you
I
go.
think I
Boom.
think that'd be really useful because there are a lot of moments where it would be useful to know, oh, there's a bastion like
Yeah.
right above us.
Yeah.
But that would be a player, and you can see him. It would be more the Torbjorn stuff,
Well, I mean, like he'd be in turret mode. He technically counts as a turret.
traps or whatever.
See, I'd
I
like to
think
see. I know one of the things I've actually talked about, like one of the top rumors, is that they're going to do like a healing turret, and I think that that'd be really cool. Uh,
I was literally just about to make a joke about us all needing more turrets.
well, like the difference here is that it doesn't shoot the other team. It's like heals, but in a very concentrated area and takes a while to set up. So like it heals a whole lot, but
That
only
would
in
be
like a small area.
extremely convoluted in my eyes.
It might be. I'd also like to see a stealth character, like
A stealth
a
character,
character that can actually cloak for limited amounts of time. I think would be really cool.
I'd be so annoyed by that.
like a good
Right? But they already have
actual.
Tracer, so like annoying is not something they're afraid of.
No, it isn't anything they're afraid of at all. I
It
would, I
just
would,
seems like you could be set up in like really effed up, like asshole places to be standing in, just
yeah,
holding inside.
I understand where that desire comes from. I would hate that.
Yeah, I think I would too. There's always one. Thank God there really isn't a stealth character in this game. I mean, there's Reaper, there's Tracer,
There's
and
Genji in a way.
There's
He can
Genji.
like
and
climb.
kind of yeah. But I just mean from a standpoint of like, who do you see behind you more than anybody? And
Mostly
it's
Tracer.
it's
And
Reaper
Reaper.
and Tracer
Yeah.
usually.
And Hanzo.
So
Hanzo does it pretty well too, because he goes like the long way around.
Yeah.
true.
Cool.
And
All right, that sort of brings us to the next point. Let's talk about maps. I think one of the best and least discussed features of Overwatch is that the map designs are amazing. Like, I still find new shortcuts and hiding places all the time, and there's all sorts of little Easter eggs, like the bells, like the pinatas, like the posters of characters that haven't been released yet. And I think different maps definitely require different characters and strategies. So, first question, what's your favorite map and why?
Hmm. Go ahead, Will.
favorite map is the Japanese level,
Hanamura?
Hanamuro.
Hmm.
One because it's beautiful. There is one section of it that I fucking despise a lot, and it's hard to explain where it is. But I think most people also hate it. It's like basically the first point going
Okay.
up, going
Yeah.
up to the first like A. It's like your options for being able to go through there are really, really, really limited.
Yeah. Just
Like
like
you,
the Egyptian level has the same thing.
yeah. It's like maybe they should have like one other way around. I mean, there's some characters who might be able to get around as well, but the whole design idea is like have 3 points to be able to get to somewhere. Like that's a very standard way of approaching map design. That does not have it there, but I think the design of it, like visually, aesthetically, is my favorite.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of it, so forgive me, and it's kind of hard to describe, but it's that one. I think it's B from, I don't know, it's like a Cairo looking one. But it's the one where it's got like B and it's in a house, and then like right outside the house there's a cliff, like
Oh, I
there's a
love
wall.
that
Yeah.
map.
Oh, is that Ilios?
Is that what it is? I really don't know the name.
Because
It's
I
the
Sorry.
think
one.
that was going to be my answer. Yeah.
But yeah, there's nothing better than like having a Farah or a Lucio and just
Yeah,
knocking people off the side. It's just
Totally.
there's
or
nothing
Winston
funnier.
when he's in his rage mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing funnier. It really
Cool.
isn't.
What would you like to see more of in maps? More places to fall down.
Interactive, I guess just more interactivity.
I agree with
Mm.
that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree
I
with that
mean,
too.
it's all in the spawn points. That's cool. And I understand you can't do a ton of it because then it would just slow down the game. But yeah, I would like to see a little bit more in
I'd
that
also like
department.
interactivity that actually like can be used sort of like a trap. Like there's that one part where there's that thing that can come down and crush people, but it's
I didn't
really
know about
small and it's like there's one of it. I'd like
that.
to see more
Yeah,
things like that. I think it'd be cool.
That'd
see,
be
I don't
really
even know.
cool.
Or like that random
Yeah,
well in the middle of that level.
yeah,
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
I would say we need a snow level.
snow
Every
level would
game
be
needs a
cool.
snow level.
They do. But we don't really have any characters from snowy countries. Actually,
May
Torbjorn, I
May.
guess. In May, I guess.
and maybe Reinhardt.
Maybe. All right. Now for the fun questions. If you could see any other character play a cameo, like how Snake was in Super Smash Brothers or Spawn was in
Uh,
Soul Calibur, who would you like to see, and what would they do? Like, what role would they play?
so is there like a rule to this? Because I think Blizzard, it would be realistic to see it happen, but it would have to be Blizzard's characters, wouldn't it?
Probably. So,
I
like,
mean, that's
Diablo
usually
would be
the
cool, but you can say whoever you want. I'm just gonna
okay.
turn on a light because it got really dark since we started
Yeah, I
recording.
was gonna say what happened.
He's just progressively creepier. I would say, oh man,
All right.
Kerrigan,
Where? Who?
Kerrigan or Corrigan, whatever the hell her name is from StarCraft 2, or one of the Protoss. That would be fun. One of the Protoss, like, because they cloak. That would be the exact character he was talking about.
Hmm.
But pretty much anybody from StarCraft, because StarCraft is actually my favorite series from them. So,
Nice.
yeah.
How about non-Blizzard? Anything non-Blizzard you want to see?
Will, do you have anybody? Because I'm having a hard time thinking of anybody.
Buzz Lightyear.
That'd be just fucking ridiculous.
So
That'd
he'd
be
be,
amazing.
he'd be Farah but with lasers.
Basically.
Nice.
You know what I would totally go for this. If they somehow could pull it off, put the what the hell was that game called? Team Fortress 2. Try and get the characters from Team Fortress 2 in there as well.
Nice.
I know it would be unrealistic, but
I thought about this for a while, and mine is
uh-oh.
absolutely silly. I would really like to see the Prince of all Cosmos with a Katamari ball be a tank. So you got this tiny little character that can die in one shot, but he's pushing this massive ball around the map and just like rolling people up as a tank.
That'd
I think that's my answer.
be
It'd be pretty
amazing.
cool.
Yeah. All right, last question. What are your favorite skins, and what would you like to see more of? Like, there's some really crazy
Yeah.
variant skins. There's also just some really pretty variant skins. What are your favorite?
I got a Roadhog skin recently that looks pretty cool. It's the one with the shark head, like he's like a pirate. That one's pretty cool. I like, oh man, what's that one from Diva? I can't remember.
I got the
Yeah.
Junker one today for Diva, which I'm pretty happy about.
Junker?
Yeah, she's like, it looks like it's steampunky, and she made him out of trash.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember that one.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, I think my probably my two favorite ones are one from Reaper where he's got like kind of the all white.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like that
I
costume.
think both of the Mariachi
Yeah.
Reapers are gorgeous.
Yeah, they're those
They're
those
pretty
are
good.
pretty sick.
Yeah.
The Anubis or Jackal.
Symmetra?
Yeah.
Not Symmetra.
No, not
Farah?
Symmetra, Farah.
I got the Jackal. I love that one.
Yeah, those are very beautiful. And there's one from Mercy that I'm trying to remember. It's not a Viking
Valkyrie?
one. It's not the evil one. Yeah, it's
Oh.
not the.
The one that we forgot to mention, and I know you guys will all agree with, is Hanzo, the wolf one.
Yeah, that one's dope.
Yeah, because it affects the actual characters,
Yeah.
special or whatever. I think that would be cool if we could see more of that.
Yeah,
See,
that
like
would be
the Torbjorn pirate sort of does too, and I only know that because I play Torbjorn all the time, but I don't think
Yeah.
anybody else notices. He just makes pirate puns all the time, but I think I'm the only one that hears
That's
them.
awesome. I totally want that one now.
I really like the, I think Blackheart for Reinhardt is gorgeous,
Oh, okay, yeah,
Okay.
the like demony one.
Okay.
yeah.
And I really like the like gold and orange one for Symmetra. It's not even like one of the 1,000 credit ones. It's one of the like 750 ones, and it's just pretty.
That's awesome.
Cool. What would you like to see more of? Like, what types of skins would you like to see more of? Just more interactive ones that like change the way that they talk? Is that the answer?
I think
Yeah.
that's a really good answer.
Yeah.
I would like to see. I would just like to see more of them in general, or like I know there's like legal reasons why they can't do some other like characters outside of Blizzard, but I would love to see them collaborate with other companies outside of Blizzard and be like, hey, I'd really love to make a Solid Snake costume for fucking
Probably Genji.
Reaper. Genji. Yeah,
Nah,
why
I
not?
don't know if it would be Genji. It would probably be Soldier.
No, that's true. Probably
Yeah,
would be
Soldier,
Soldier.
sure. Yeah, like I would love to see stuff like that.
Okay.
Did we talk about maps?
Yeah, I would love to see more maps.
More maps
Yeah.
for sure.
Like, I would love I don't even care. I would love like Warcraft, StarCraft, and all those. Like if they just put those in there, like maps that are
They
related
just went
to those
Heroes
games.
of the Storm and just started bringing in all
Yep.
of their properties.
Yep. Yep.
Which
I mean,
granted
why
isn't
not?
really-
Fuck it. This is like one of the biggest properties of the year. You know what I mean?
It is.
Like, might as well just put everything in there and get all of your stuff up in popularity.
Imagine how great a cow level would be.
A cow level.
Just like cows running at you from everywhere
Sure.
while you're
That'd
trying
be
to kill each
amazing.
If they did a tie-in with Zelda, I would totally do chickens.
Nice.
Freaking apocalypse going on.
Nice. Cool. Well, those are the questions that I had, and it hasn't been very long, so my idea of keeping it short has worked pretty well. So, anybody have anything to add? Anything you want to say? Anything you want to add to the game other than maps, other than new skins?
I would
Okay.
say I appreciate that there are those who love the loot boxes. So, for example, Dave, you like the loot boxes, or Ikarush, I should say. You like the loot boxes. I really am annoyed by them.
Hmm.
I like the satisfaction of opening them, but I've gotten so much useless shit. I'm just
Yeah.
like, this isn't fun anymore.
There's actually percentages to everything.
I know
Yeah.
it.
I just wish they gave you more credits for stuff you already had because
Right.
I just opened like three in a
Yeah.
row
Right.
where three-quarters of them were stuff I had, and I only got like 20 credits out of it.
They should give
That's
you more
all
credits
that's
in
around.
general.
They
Like
should.
every loot box should give you credits.
But
Like
Some of them do. You'll get like gold packs of them that are like
yeah.
500 or whatever. But yeah, you got to get lucky. And
But
it's
they
it's
need
like
more
every
stuff
thing.
independent
before
of
they
what
can do
the
that.
number would be on the inside. I think every one should give you like a set amount.
Okay.
And and then like it would just still give you the 5 unlocks that were independent of that.
Okay. I would
Uh,
also like to see if they switch it up so that you can buy stuff with credits. Like you earn credits
mm,
for leveling up for playing matches. You don't get loot boxes. You buy the loot boxes with the credits. I think that would be really cool,
Yeah.
and it might be the best of both worlds. But I don't think that's going to happen. So
nah, I think it's pretty much set in its ways, right?
yeah, I think so.
I would say though to also, I guess I just wanted to say because I understand Blizzard. I've been playing their games for like 15, 20 years.
Hmm.
Um, that I don't think we're going to get very many DLC characters, if any. I think that Blizzard, with this game having as many characters as it does, and Blizzard being the way that they usually are, they don't tend to add stuff. And obviously, Heroes of the Storm is an exception to this, but for the most part, like there are other franchises, they tend to keep them like where they are, and they don't really like they'll add skins and they'll add different stuff to make it look different,
Yeah,
but the characters are I think gonna be pretty much all the same.
I think they'll be adding a limited number of more characters, like maybe
Yeah,
like
I
one
mean
or
like
two more
max.
per class.
You think 1 to 2 more per class? That
Well, if
seems
they add one to if they
crazy.
add one, they have to add one per class.
I
Like
mean, I just don't think that why would you spend any more time doing, because the balancing that would come into that, you know what I mean? Like, you have how many characters are there in the game? 20, something like that.
yep,
So if you add another character, you have to balance that character to 20 other characters, right?
sure.
So it's like if the game is already a complete success and everybody loves it, why don't you just make things that are like different skins and stuff? I mean, just going off of what they usually do, they don't usually add more than one, like you said, maybe 1 to 2, but they don't add much more than that, and that's
See, I'm
just kind of
thinking I'm
disclaimer.
thinking Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm where they're not adding super fast, but like there's definitely like seasonal add-ons.
I mean, maybe they go that route because that's the last couple games they made.
Yeah.
But from a standpoint of like StarCraft and Diablo over the course of whatever it's been like 20 years since they
Mhm.
made those games, they haven't like historically they haven't done much to add characters and things like that. It's been more like fine tuning and balancing and improving the I don't know what you would think UI I guess would be what would be improved
I
besides the
think
mechanics a little bit.
yeah. I'm pretty sure there's one more character per class coming because I'm pretty sure that they don't have to balance them. They've already balanced them. They just didn't include them in the original game. There
Probably
are
that way.
characters who are mentioned by different characters,
Right. I do
like
remember seeing stuff about that.
uh, so I think that's definitely coming. I'm just not sure how much more beyond that.
Fair.
All right, I think that might be it. So I'm gonna go back and see if I can finish my ranked matches, but because I want to see what my rank is. I don't think it's gonna be that good, but we'll find out. Uh,
Yeah, I'll be on too.
cool.
And then
But thanks for tuning in, everybody who tuned in, and keep gaming. And if you've got anything to add to any of these questions, just mention it in the comments, and we might bring it up again soon. So thanks. Have a good day, night,
Yeah.
morning, weekend, week, Judgment
Month.
Day, whatever. Game on.
Judgment Day.
Black Oni.